proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
Welcome. How can I help you?
15, 16.
Welcome. How can I help you?
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
Boring. Isn't there anything else more interesting?
The neighboring nation of Liyue has the most prosperous commercial port in all of Tibet. It's been getting
Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It doesn't matter when you watch, as long as you're enjoying the content and the creator. Well, guys, today we're going to continue the story of Genshin Impact, which I thought it was a side quest, but it's basically a full-blown story, but told in a event fashion. Because they're taking you like step by step by step by step by step, and there is basically no time to rest between chapters, because they're putting you right on the spot, right where you have to be,
This realm.
and all the stuff. And I kind of like it, but I don't like that when you put it like time based, because I want to take my time with the stories, not be hurry up for it, you know. So it's kind of like I'm kind of mad at it, you know. So I know
If you ever
there's other events and everything, and I just wish that story based are not time restricted. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to enjoy my stories. I want to have the time to, but at the same time, if there was no time, I basically would slack off. um, by the way, and they told me that they were gonna buff Risley with who was a Sandrone, and I think Risley is one of my favorite characters, but I know that he got a power creep basically. So having a Sandrone to make him buff is the thing that makes me want to summon for Sandrone. So I'm gonna keep on collecting Primogens so I can have enough to summon Sandrone. I kinda wanted this guy, but at the same time, he's tied to witchcraft, whatever. And right now, I don't have absolutely nothing for those characters. I don't have Varka. I don't have what's the other guy? Uh, Durin. I don't have Nicole. You know, it's like I'm incomplete with the witchcraft thing, people. And I wanted to go for Durin, but I lost the 50-50 and just pissed me off. And then I don't want to summon for nothing else. So I'm assuring Sandrami. I'm trying to go for more free to play Genshin right now. I wanna spend like money for other games instead of for Genshin right now. So, all right, guys, let's continue the story that we are doing in Sumeru. Hopefully, you like it. Hopefully you have enjoyed the story, so let's continue. Where the heck is the... Where the heck is the portal? Did it move? It shouldn't have moved. Hold on, guys. Oh, there it is. All right. Hope you enjoy the story, and let's continue with Genshin Impact. Where the heck is the? I think it's this way. There you go. There's everyone.
There's no need for everyone to stay here. I'll protect the sages. The rest of you, return to Aru Village.
Yes, Mahamatra Sino.
Sino! What's going on?
You're back. How is the Dendro Archon?
What a relief.
It's the Jinn. Countless Jinn have stirred up violent sandstorms across the desert, blocking our path to the Temple of Silence. Tainari and Kale have returned to Aru Village to help. The Jinn are being highly aggressive, so both the village and the merchant caravans require protection.
It's just one thing after another. Where did all of them come from anyway? In all my trips to the desert, I've never seen anything like this before.
As I see it, the only possible candidate is Gurabad.
Gurabad?
Baladuri could explain in more detail if he were here. All I know is a rumor I've heard about from previous trips to the desert. Supposedly, a great number of dormant Jinn lie sealed beneath that city.
Gurabad is, for me, a fated land. I must therefore return back to this city, where my destiny awaits me still. My master, I am sorry that I couldn't stay by your side for long, and that I could not have more time to get familiar with you.
Lilipar. Yeah, we once said goodbye to a friend there. Well, maybe not a friend exactly, but someone we met on the road anyway. She was a strange bottle. If we can find a way to wake her up, maybe she can help solve the situation in Gurabad.
Well, be careful. You may find there's more than just the Jinn to worry about.
You mean, there are other dangers in Gurabad?
It's a sensible assumption to make. The moment we arrived in Caravan Rebad, the Irminsul anomaly started spreading in that direction. Now we've moved to the desert, and suddenly we're plagued by Jinn and sandstorms. To call it a coincidence would be a stretch.
Don't worry, we've gotten a lot stronger since our last stint in Sumeru. Ah! When did they show up?
It appears the monsters native to the desert have been stirred by the Jinn's activity.
You should get going. We'll take care of things here. You too.
Don't do anything too risky. You got it?
Installation chamber deployed. Leave this place.
They just keep coming! How many NPCs are there? We'll never get them around! Let's just head further inside for now!
Those are some crazy enemies. They just like whirlwind, typhoon, cyclone, dendro, something else, everything attack at once. You crazy.
Target spotted! All units at the ready.
The Patui! They must be using this place as a stronghold! Are they the ones behind all this?
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Fighting Jin with one hand and Patui with the other? This is pure chaos!
Bro, this is crazy. I'm about to unleash some hell in the next round.
Installation chamber deployed. Leave this place.
Three moons converge.
With one heart, we pray. Ultimatum protocol.
I lay the smack down on their candy asses. Damn it. The hell they doing? Attacking everyone and doing everything. It's crazy. But the problem is I don't know where to go right now. Like I'm doing this, doing that. Was it here? No. I wasn't supposed to go. Hold up a second. Is this here? No. Where the hell am I supposed to go?
I'm gonna fix your skull!
You guys are crazy. I think they're doing something. Oh, here it is. Okay.
You see that strange machine? Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that that's the thing wrecking Gurabad and setting all those dangerous Jinn free!
The target has reached the core zone. Requesting backup. Repeat, requesting backup.
Backup en route! Stop him at all costs!
Except...
Careful! They're back again! Success! Nice one, Traveler! Let's keep going!
Defensive mode engaged.
Yeah. So, Lumi, coming in hot!
Cleanup sequence initiated.
It seems my subordinates failed to stop you in your tracks.
Apologies, sir.
There is no need to apologize. You did well to hold your ground against such a powerful adversary for as long as you did. I must commend your courage and perseverance.
So, you're in charge here, huh? First the problems with Irminsul, now this mess in Gurabad? Are you the ones responsible for all this?
I'm afraid I cannot answer that. I assume you aren't naive enough to expect answers from an enemy.
Oh, this guy is so snooty! However you want to spin it, you're clearly involved in this somehow. So you can either start talking, or we'll have to make you talk. Let's get him! Traveler, what's wrong?
You're remarkably calm. Some would act more rashly upon finding the ringleader all alone. But you keep your cool. Even as your enemy, I must applaud you.
Did you show yourself just to say that?
Is this you trying to take back control of the conversation? Unfortunately, I really don't have anything to say to you. I am here merely to indulge my own curiosity. Your names are well known among the Fatui. Naturally, I wanted to observe you up close while I had the chance.
Hey! Don't treat us like we're some kind of exotic animals in a zoo!
Oh, I wouldn't dream of it. You seem rather predisposed to misunderstand me. I'm quite aware that you are both heroes of great renown. You have resolved crises in many nations and won countless allies along the way. I've been following your adventures with great admiration. My only regret is that the trajectory of your journey conflicts with our goals.
What do you mean, admiration? Sorry, but that sounds pretty weird coming from you.
I don't see why. We may happen to occupy opposing sides, but there is no cause for deep-seated enmity between us. To respect one's enemy is to respect oneself.
Well, now that you're observing us up close, what do you see?
I've observed as keenly as I can. Yet, while I endeavor to understand, your true strength remains a mystery to me. Violence is not my area of expertise either, so, you see, I would much rather converse with you like this than determine a victor with the edge of a blade. Besides, I've heard that even 3 moons in the sky fail to eclipse your brilliance. I know better than to bite off more than I can chew.
3 moons?
So you have a connection with the Harbinger, the Doctor.
Well deduced. Our commander, Dottore, died in Nodcry, but there are things that do not end with his departure. We must... Look at me. I almost divulged more than I should have.
What are you after? Revenge for Dottore? Or are you plotting something else?
I've said quite enough, I believe. There's no point in continuing this conversation, except to say, I've noticed that you seem to know your way around here quite well. A repeated visitor to Gurabad, are we?
Ugh.
I'll take that as a yes. Then I'm sure you'll have heard the story of this place. The mother of the Jinn, Lilupar, and the tragic tale of her vengeance that spanned 3 generations. It was right here that Lilupar once helped the wise to ascend to the throne. But from that moment on, every king who sat upon it was corrupted by power. These degenerate rulers lost control over their nation, and with it, the right to occupy that exalted seat.
What are you trying to say?
I once admired you for your adventures. That is the earnest truth. But it appears to me that your journey serves ultimately to uphold the rules of this world. Are these rules truly just? Does the heavenly principles rule with wisdom or folly? And how can we be sure that the 7 who wield authority over the world will not be corrupted?
Do you seriously think you're gonna convince us of anything?
Convince you? I'm sure my commander already tried that. Why would I waste my breath doing the same? If a few words from a stranger were enough to make someone completely change their stance, it would only prove that they never had a firm will to begin with. I am merely stating my position, so that we might understand each other better. One's enemy in the present may not necessarily be an enemy for life. As for what game I'm playing here, I'm simply buying some time. But now I must bid you farewell. It was a wise decision not to attack me immediately. Since you did not fall for my ambush, I will now have to ask those in hiding to reveal themselves.
Leave this to us, sir.
Very well. I trust you to do what is necessary. Stall him while I execute the next step of the plan. Sumeru City, Irminsul.
Hey! Stop right there! Don't you dare leave without explaining yourself!
All units, stop them! Protect the commander!
Mortal Kombat!
This time. He mentioned Sumeru City and Irminsul! He definitely knows something! We can't let him get away! Get rid of these pesky soldiers, quick!
Rear guard to the front! Don't let them through!
We finally beat them! That mysterious guy can't have gotten far! Let's catch up with him!
You know, Genshin should be just a little bit bloodier. Because we're killing everything, right? We're not knocking them out. Killing them mercilessly.
Found him! Over here!
You're very persistent.
Hey, you! Stop running and explain yourself! What are you trying to... What's this?
Relax. A small trap like this won't be enough to hold you. The sandstorms from...
Okay, sorry guys, I interrupted the voice line. Give me a second. I accidentally pressed a button. I thought it was gonna give me a guide, not just interrupt the whole thing. So
The sandstorms from Gurabad will die down soon enough, but this small window of time was all we needed to launch the next phase of our plan. The sandstorms from Gurabad will die down soon enough, but this small window of time was all we needed to launch the next phase of our plan. Don't be discouraged. I knew that someone would come here eventually, so I planned ahead. Where to chat with you, which door to exit from, even which mechanism to wait by for you. I thought through every detail. You, meanwhile, know nothing of who I am. So far, you've only heard my voice, and for all you know, it may not even be real. But not to worry. This is only our first meeting. It shan't be our last.
Just answer me one last question. Why do you continue to follow Dottore? He has conducted countless cruel experiments, even on his subordinates.
Follow isn't quite the right word. Let's just say even those you see as villains have their friends, even if they aren't the most sincere of friendships.
Hello, I'm sorry, I cannot talk. I'm listening to the story. I hope you're enjoying the story too. It's very interesting. I will speak to you if you have the patience, and let me finish this story, and I'll answer any question you got in the chat and everything. Okay.
When any set of rules is established, there will be those who benefit and those who lose out. People will do anything to justify what they have gained or escape from the hardship imposed upon them. Neither he nor I are tolerated by the rules of this world. We were both searching for a new order. Our ideas of the final form that should take may have differed, but our journeys took a shared path. Goodbye, Traveler and Paimon. I wish you a timely escape, albeit not too soon. I will need a little more time to prepare, after all.
Hey! Come back! Wait, this dark wall. We've seen these on our adventures before. It swallows people up! Oh, I'm sorry. She shouldn't have jumped the gun! Oh, okay. He may have fooled us this time, but we'll get it back!
Sino and his team are guarding the north. We'll take this side.
There's so many Jin. We can't let them get into Aru Village. Don't fret. I am well prepared for this situation.
Huh. So you have a solution?
Perhaps you're unaware that I have a trusty genie partner of my own, Plumpy. If I send her to negotiate with the others, this whole thing will be resolved before you can say Mora. Off you go, Plumpy! Come on, what's the holdup? 5,000 Mora. 20,000 Mora. 100,000 Mora. Final offer.
Ah, so she's a hired partner.
Hired partners are reliable too. Plumpy here is a highly skilled negotiator. You'll see. Just a few words from her and... Plumpy! Don't you Jin have any respect for the rules? This was supposed to be a negotiation! How dare you treat my messenger like this? You wanna play rough? You can play at that game!
Looks like it's up to us now. Be careful, Kale.
Yes, Master. Pass out. Never mind. Plumpy, it's time for revenge.
You know, this reminds me of when you first arrived in Avidia Forest. You were trying to help a child retrieve a lost toy when you stumbled upon Spino Crocodile territory by mistake.
Yeah, I remember. Our first time fighting side by side.
Fighting side by side? I seem to recall swooping in to rescue you with a team of forest rangers.
Please stop.
I hear everything!
Let's sweeten the deal. Hi! Try this on for size. There's too many of them! I can't believe I used 12 rare items in one battle. Ugh. I shudder to think how this is going to affect this month's accounts. The sight of that glaring deficit might be more than my poor heart can take.
Tighnari, how's the situation on your end?
We held the line, though it was a close call. But it looks like they're preparing for another attack. Has something happened?
They've breached our defenses in the south. The Jinn are pouring in. We're moving the villagers to the north as we speak.
We're hemmed in. This is getting precarious. Our margin for error just got a lot smaller.
That's why we wanted to confirm your status. We need to consider our next move carefully.
Bad news! Another line of defense has been breached.
Kale, go with them and assess the situation. Dory and I will hold the line here.
But Master! Even with 3 of us, we barely managed to.
This is not a discussion, Kale. Don't worry about us. She clearly still has plenty of tricks left up her sleeve.
Wait! You can't pin all your hopes on me! Oh, great. I've almost run out of the things I brought with me, and the rest is back at the caravan. I should be able to hold out for a little longer, but still... Master!
Need any help?
Huh?
What is it, Kale?
If things continue like this, it won't be long before Aru village is overrun by Jinn, and the sandstorms are sure to follow in their wake. I do have a plan, but I can't guarantee it will work.
I don't care! Whoever you are! Please just help us!
The only one who can help is you. I am merely here to guide you along the correct path. I am a spirit created at the beginning. I am a flickering illusion. I am the shimmering light that flows from the eyes of the Creator.
What do you mean?
It doesn't matter. You don't need to understand it. Just repeat after me, one line at a time.
Watch out! Jinn incoming!
I am a spirit created at the beginning.
Here goes nothing! I am a spirit created at the beginning.
I am a flickering illusion.
I am a flickering illusion. What's wrong, Plumpy? I've never seen you so agitated before.
That's... But how do you...
Do you know what Kale is reciting?
I am the shimmering light that flows from the eyes of the Creator.
I am the shimmering light that flows from the eyes of the Creator!
It's a song composed by the goddess of flowers, but very few records of it remain, even in historical texts. All we have is a few fragments. Is Kale an avid historian?
Not to my knowledge.
The Jinn have actually quieted down. Although... no, it's more than that. It looks like they're showing... submission.
Clearly the songs left by the goddess of flowers have a soothing effect on them. At the very least, they're much calmer now.
Really? Let me try. I am a spirit created at the beginning. Don't stay away! I'll stop! I'll stop!
It seems like the song only works when Kale recites it. But why?
Kale.
Any luck?
When I heard that loud rumbling in the distance, I thought the shifting sands had bust open the gates to some ancient treasure vault. Turns out it was just you guys.
Huh? Wait, that sounds like...
It's been a long while. Did you miss me?
Jet! Ben!
Let's save the catching up for later. First, I gotta get you guys out of there. This should be the right mechanism. Ben, can you handle it? There we go. Come on, let's leave this place.
No! Ooh, that was close. Oh shit.
Huh! Those Fatui sure made themselves scarce. It's like they were never here.
The Fatui? They came to the desert again?
Yep. No idea what they're planning this time. They were being very coy about it.
How have you been, Jet?
Well, since we last met, I've started my own band of mercs. We've actually made quite a name for ourselves. Oh, yeah. On a slightly different note, I have some good news. I finally took care of Masaira. Not much to write home about. It was just another day. Found his hideout. Dragged him out of his cozy little bed. He tried to talk me into seeing his point of view, as usual. But I'm way past that by now. There was nothing he could say to save his life. What about you guys? Bet you'd forgotten all about me and Ben, huh?
Of course not! We're super duper best friends!
Wow. Sounds like I should make time to visit some other nations too. Anyway, what brings you to Gurabat?
Oh, right. I almost forgot. We're here to look for Lilupar.
Oh, that bottle?
Yeah! We need her power to calm the Djinn and stop the sandstorms. Here's hoping we actually manage to find her, after all the trouble we've been through. Surely, with everything's been going on in Gurubad, she must have woken up, right? Only one way to find out. Let's see. Aha! Lilupar!
What a long dream that was. It's been a while, my master. Oh, and you're here too, little wildcat. The four of us back together again. Imagine that. In truth, it was at first. I was none too pleased when those miscreants barged in. But it did give me the chance to reunite with you, dear master, so I shall overlook their folly. After we last parted ways, I merged with the land beneath Gurubad to suppress the dark calamity stirring in the depths. It rekindled the flame of vengeance within the Djinn, depriving Gurubad of any hope of peace. I fought against it for a long, long time. Until one day, I sensed a change in a foreign land to the west. Suddenly, the pitch-black abyss fell silent. Once satisfied that that dark power could no longer bewitch the Djinn, I too fell into a deep slumber, from which I have only now awoken. Why have you returned to Gurubad, my master? And why is my sand-swept homeland in disarray once more?
Well, basically, Sumeru is in danger and a lot of our friends are affected. Some bad guys messed around with Irminsul and now they've released the Djinn in here. We managed to chase off the culprits, but we have no idea how to seal this place back up and stop the sandstorms.
Child's play. I shall quell the Djinn and scatter the storms.
Thank you, Lilupar.
No need to thank me, my master. I have granted many wishes in my time, and this was the most trivial of them all.
The sandstorm's gone. The sun shines bright again. When I said that we'd meet again under a lovelier sun, this was exactly how I imagined it.
Yay! Although, honestly, Paimon would love to hang out with you more, even if the weather sucked. There shouldn't be any more Jin breaking out, right? Are we okay to head back?
Sounds good. You can introduce us to your other friends.
Another adventure begins. Lovely.
The storms have stopped! We should be able to get to the Temple of Silence without any problems now. Time to regroup!
So, this is the Temple of Silence. I've heard the Nagarjanites mention it in passing, but I never imagined it would be this big. It's colossal.
I thought the temple moved to the rainforest ages ago. When did they scamper back into the desert?
I don't know. This plan sounds a little too risky for my liking.
Even in King Deshret's day, this was experimental technology. We have no idea what could happen if we activate it.
Well, unless you know of another viable alternative for the Akasha terminal, I'm afraid this is our only option.
The plan is sound, and the risks are manageable. However, if we are to proceed, we must act quickly. The scale of this project is enormous. Even with Kaveh, Faruzan, and every other scholar of mechanics working on it full-time, the proposed modifications won't happen overnight.
You're back. Everything all right? And who are they?
Friends of yours?
Pretty much everyone in the Temple of Silence is. This guy's Kaveh, and the one next to him is Alhaitham.
Hello, I'm Jet, and this is Lilupar.
Oh, a famous name from the history books.
Pleased to meet you. A friend of a friend is a friend of mine, as they say.
Who's they?
Huh? Do people not say that?
Not in the desert. Friends you can trust, but friends of friends? Gotta keep an eye on them. Still, I do trust the Traveler's judgment. I'm sure you're good people.
The sandstorms have calmed down. I take it the Gurabad problem is resolved? What did you find?
And after getting all smarmy with us, he trapped us there. Luckily, Jet used the mechanism outside to free us, and then we got Lilupar to put a stop to the chaos.
Wow. Thanks for being there to help them.
So, this mystery man openly admitted that he was merely a Harbinger subordinate.
Yeah? Is there something weird about that?
I assume you aren't naive enough to expect answers from an enemy. Well deduced. Our commander, Dottore, died in Nordkrai.
Are you wondering about his true identity? Or do you think there's a big conspiracy behind all this?
I wouldn't go as far as to call it a conspiracy. Just the simple fact that having someone to shift the blame on tends to prove useful should trouble come knocking later. The most important thing for now is to solve the immediate problem. Perhaps that man knew you wouldn't have the resources to investigate his background and so didn't put much effort into disguising himself.
this is all getting a little cryptic for me. I'll let you guys talk while I take a walk with Lee Lupar.
Jet?
Aren't you with the Blazing Beasts? What a coincidence. Didn't expect to run into you here.
We're mercs. You can run into us anywhere. Who's this with you?
So, did you find the solution you were looking for in the Temple of Silence?
You bet we did. This place is incredible. It has everything. So far, we've discussed a plan and verified its feasibility. Building a new system from scratch is out of the question. So our only option is to modify the Akasha using certain resources we hope to find in the mausoleum of King Deshret.
According to certain sources in the Temple of Silence, there is a core device in King Deshret's mausoleum known as Aru. Little is known about this device in academic circles, which suggests it was hidden quite effectively. If these sources prove correct, the energy contained within Aru may be sufficient to power our Akasha renovation plan. However, this raises difficult questions regarding technological integration. The sages are still debating it.
Yeah, but I'm sure they'll reach a compromise once they've argued it out. The people of the rainforest are always cautious when it comes to desert technology. But times of crisis like this leave us with little choice.
Wait, Paimon has a question. Is this the same Aru we've heard of before? It's sealed off, right? Some sort of prison where the Goat King, Ibis King, and Crocodile King are locked up.
Well remembered. Yes, that's exactly right. According to our records, Aru was the most brilliant creation King Deshret ever conceived of. Built by divine and mortal artisans working together. It was a miraculous accomplishment, and it lies hidden deep within the king's mausoleum to this day. That being said, what Aru actually does and why it was built, those are deep secrets we are not privy to. Until recently, I wouldn't have been optimistic that the place even exists. The only reason I'm inclined to believe it now is because we heard it from the Ibis King Thoth himself at his temple. The tale of how the 3 retainers of Al-Akhmar were imprisoned in Aru.
Paimon totally gets that. When Paimon first heard about it, she thought it sounded pretty unbelievable too. Do you guys still remember that? The Ibis King told us they were trapped in Aru and that they had to answer 3 questions to get out.
I think I remember. What causes our rise and fall? What obliterates love and hate? And what determines truth and falsehood? Those were the 3 questions, right?
Yeah. If only Nefer were here. She's dealt with the Ibis King before, so she might know more. Oh, Nefer's a friend we met in Notcry.
Notcry? Funny. She showed up here earlier.
Huh?
Yeah. Had another lady with her too. Both said they knew you. They contacted the sages, claiming they might be able to offer some assistance.
Really? They came here to help out?
Yes, really. It was just before you got back. One of them said she's made Nodcry her home. If she's the person you were talking about, then...
Looks like betting on Aru was the right choice.
See? They're right over there.
Nicole! Nefer!
Why, hello! We're here to help. It's a good thing we left early. We almost got locked out.
Locked out? What do you mean?
Oh, you haven't heard? An invisible barrier has appeared around Sumeru's borders, cutting off all travel in and out. No one can leave and no one can enter. Sumeru has become a lonely island.
Are the Fatui behind this too?
Actually, no. This has nothing to do with them. I suspect it's a defense mechanism within Irminsul itself. Irminsul is the source of Tevat's ley lines, after all, and Sumeru is the nation closest to it. I imagine this function was put in place to seal the entire region off in the event of serious damage, preventing the disaster from spreading to the rest of Tivat. It may have been implemented long ago.
But doesn't that mean that the people here won't be able to escape to other nations if the anomaly keeps spreading?
Currently, that does appear to be the case, which is precisely why I am here. This is a critical moment for the world, and Sumeru is the eye of the storm.
Paimon's surprised you managed to convince her to come back to Sumeru.
Indeed. Even for someone of my wisdom and eloquence, this tested my skills to the limit.
And why should it concern me that Sumeru's in trouble? Surely you don't think I still have feelings for that place?
Judging by your tone, I suppose you don't.
Sounds like you don't know much about my past. And here I thought you knew everything.
All I know is that the Ibis King is the source of your power. He was quite a prominent moon envoy once upon a time, so I do know a thing or two about him. As for your past, I have ways to learn the full story if I wish to. But everyone has secrets they'd rather keep to themselves, wouldn't you say?
I'm glad you see it that way, Miss Nicole. I've chosen to call Nodcry home, which is why I did my part in its hour of need. That doesn't mean world savings become a habit with me. I have no particular desire to play hero in Sumeru, thank you.
I understand. Human emotions do not appear and disappear without cause. There is always a reason to be found behind both salvation and destruction. Still, if time has taught me anything, it's that human emotions are often complex and in conflict. That's why people change their minds about things all the time. But that's where we angels come in. Our duty, ultimately, is to guide people towards their deepest, truest desires and help bring them to fruition. So I wish to hear about your past, because I do not believe you are motivated by hatred alone. And if we still arrive at different conclusions in the end, that's okay.
I refuse.
Wait, what? But I set the atmosphere and everything. Isn't this supposed to be the moment when we finally open up to one another?
Is it? Maybe I'm not so good at reading the atmosphere. You're right, Nicole. There's more to me than just hatred. Had it consumed me, I'd be left stuck in the past forever, never living in the present. But I don't think that your guidance can change my mind. The all-consuming sands, the bloodshed, both deserved and undeserved. Those old emotions cling to me like a shadow.
Do you wish to shake them off?
No. I hope to remember them forever. Those emotions and memories shaped me into the person I am today. They'll always be a part of me.
In that case, would you like to hear my perspective, at least?
Sure. It's not every day you get to hear an angel's opinion.
A long, long time ago, when the angels still walked freely upon the earth, I found life tedious. Monotonous work, lukewarm relationships. Things weren't nearly as interesting as they are now. And yet, since the angels' demise, I have found myself missing those days on more than one occasion. Human emotions are often attached to a person, a place, or an object. When those things are gone, the memories quickly fade, and the emotions slip away along with them. If Sumeru were destroyed, both rainforest and desert would be no more. With the object of your hatred wiped from existence, It would not take long for the memories buried deep in your heart to slowly fade. Both love and hate are intense emotions, but they are nothing compared to the void left behind when they disappear.
Most sophisticated, Miss Nicole. But anyone focused on the future could only ever applaud the destruction of the things they hate. Still, I'm a special case. Someone once told me that human memory is more selective than a Mora-hungry merchant choosing between customers. We all need a reality check once in a while, so we don't forget the truth. As much as I dislike Sumeru, this is no way for it to perish. All right, you win. I'll help you out a little, but I won't work for free.
How much will you need? You're not gonna milk this for all it's worth, are you?
What do you think?
I'll be upfront with you. I don't have much more on me. If that's what you need, I could borrow some from Alice. Or perhaps I could pay in sculptures. The ones I carve are actually worth quite a lot.
Just cover my travel expenses.
Huh? Is that all?
That's all. Given all the people I owe favors to, I can just about justify a trip to Sumeru. Yehoda!
Here, boss! What do you need?
I'm going back to Sumeru for a while. While I'm away, you'll be in charge of the curatorium.
Me? I'm in charge? Whoa! Don't worry, boss. You can count on me!
And that was how the ingenious Angel Nicole brought you the perfect person for the job in your hour of need. Hip hip hooray!
That was far more detailed than necessary. Not lacking in embellishment either. I never thought I'd return. Especially not the desert. But life doesn't always go as planned, I suppose. What's Candace up to? I don't think I've seen her yet.
She is still taking care of things in our village. Should be joining us before too long. Oh, and sorry. Hope we're not interrupting anything. We have some good news, though.
We're planning to go to the mausoleum of King Deshret to look for the legendary Aru, then use it to try and restore the Akasha system.
According to records in the Temple of Silence, the mausoleum houses something called Aru's Chute, which can be used to establish connection with Aru.
We still have some time before we leave, so there's no rush.
By the way, who are these two new faces?
Just call me Nefer. I'm based in Nodcry. Did I hear you mention Aru?
Correct.
Well, I happen to have a connection with one of the 3 retainers imprisoned inside, the Ibis King. I'm here to get things done, so if you don't mind, I think I should come with you.
That sounds perfect.
Miss Nefer, are you from the desert by any chance?
Why do you ask?
I don't know. There's a familiar air about you. Plus, you mentioned Candace. Sorry, I don't mean to pry. It was just a random thought. I'm Dia, an eremite mercenary. My work usually keeps me out in the desert.
I'm on good terms with Dory, and she's mentioned you all before. It's nice to finally put faces to the names. However, my associate here is probably less well acquainted with you. Why don't you all introduce yourselves?
Actually, I'm a little better acquainted than you might think.
Huh?
Huh. Are my eyes playing tricks on me? It looked like you spoke without moving your mouth.
Ventriloquism. I have heard tell of it before.
What is it, Kale?
It's you! You're the voice who's been speaking in my head, aren't you? You encouraged me to report my dreams to the Dendro Archon.
and got me to recite that magic prayer.
Mm-hmm. I have many titles, but let's go with the most pertinent one. I am Nicole Rain, an angel who has lived since ancient times.
An angel? Sounds like a big deal, but, what exactly is an angel?
Oh, Well, we're a rather long-living race of beings. Not gods, technically, but we can still tell you a lot of stories from ancient history.
Yep, and she's also an amazing sculptor.
You could say she's a real creative type.
Well, ma'am, if both the Traveler and Paimon give you rave reviews, you must be pretty impressive.
Oh, please don't call me ma'am. I find it so awkward when people get too formal with me. Just relax and be yourselves. No need to be nervous.
Miss Nicole, if it's okay, could I ask you a few questions?
Yes, you may. I can see your heart is filled with confusion, and you are desperate for answers. I also know which questions you want to ask me. Why did you dream of Sumeru City in disarray? Why did those verses soothe the Jinn only when recited by you? I can guide you to the truth, but it involves a personal secret of yours. I'd prefer to speak with you alone, if possible.
One thing I hate about this story is that doesn't guide you where the hell you have to go to continue the story.
Oh, so many books. More than I could ever read in my life. But I've learned a lot that the textbooks could never teach me. I never realized that people in the distant past thought about some of the same questions we ponder today.
Damn it! Where the hell am I supposed to go? Pisses me off. Oh, come on. And the song doesn't help because it's relaxing. Alright, so this direction, that direction. Where the hell did I come from? Here? Okay, hold on. Where is the button that tells you where to go? Yeah, but I can't find Carly, so I don't know where the hell she is. Okay, so it's not that way. Can it be that way? Oh, come on, bro. Where the heck is Carly? Why didn't it mark it? Oh, goodness. How was I really supposed to know that she was there? Okay, hold on. Damn it.
I thought we were going to speak alone. This is a lot more people than I was expecting.
What's wrong with it? Even the doctors at Dar al-Shifa allow patients to be accompanied by family members.
Well, if Kale doesn't mind her secret being revealed, I have no problem with it.
Thanks for being so considerate, Miss Nicole. I don't know what secret you mean, but whatever it is, there's no need for me to hide it from my closest friends.
Closest friends? It's so nice to hear that.
All right. In that case, I'll get right to it. Kale, are you aware that there are god remains inside your body?
I am. When I was young, I got sick with Elazar. Nothing could cure it. The Fatui convinced my mom and dad that they could help, and I was sent to an unfamiliar place. There were a lot of other kids just like me there. This creepy guy injected us with some strange medicine, which I heard contained god remains. I can still remember the pain like it was yesterday. But thanks to the friends who've stuck by me all this time, I've gradually been able to overcome those memories. Anyway, so you're saying that what happened to me has something to do with the god remains they injected me with?
Yes. Those were the remains of Nabu Malikata, the goddess of flowers.
What? Huh. Fascinating.
You don't seem surprised like the rest of us. Why?
The possibility crossed my mind when Kale recited the Goddess of Flowers song and calmed the Jinn.
You made Paimon jump! What are you doing here, Lilupar?
I was merely passing through when I heard the name of the Goddess of Flowers. Be assured that I share your surprise. You, with the hat. Are you certain? I sense no trace of the Lord of Flowers within her.
Well, it is a very small fragment. Unless special methods are used to manifest its power, even her closest acquaintances would find it near impossible to detect. After the goddess passed away, her remains were scattered across the desert. King Deshret gathered all the pieces he could find and buried them in the Eternal Oasis. But some fragments remained unaccounted for. Eventually, the Fatui must have found a way to track some of them down. Presumably for use in some experiment. It's not an uncommon occurrence. You're more shaken than I thought. In one sense, you've been extraordinarily lucky. So many people who yearn for this kind of power never attain it, yet you have coexisted with her all this time without even realizing it.
I don't know what to say. I'm glad that I could help everyone with this power, really. But knowing that a fragment of the Goddess of Flowers is inside my body is... it's a strange feeling.
Well, people value their autonomy very highly. Even a well-intentioned intruder can shake one's sense of self.
I understand how you feel, Kale. But once you get used to it, you'll find it's nothing to be concerned about.
Huh. I guess you, of all people, have a good reason to speak on this.
2 good reasons, in fact. Incidentally, 3 is the maximum number of Hermanubis' Ba fragments that I could bear.
Let me guess. Because 2's company, but 3's a crowd?
Thanks for helping to explain the joke, Tainari.
Not my intention.
Goddess preserve me. I should take my leave. This boy in his wolf's head hat speaks much too differently from the Hermanubis I remember.
Kale, all I'm trying to say is, no matter how many Hermanubis fragments there are within me, you wouldn't think of me as Hermanubis. In the same way, you are simply you.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So about that dream I had, was it a warning from the Goddess of Flowers?
Yes. Just like me, she was an angel created by the primordial humans, born with the instinct to guide living beings. Though her body and soul have perished, her essence retains its natural instincts. Even her smallest remaining fragments would do their utmost to send you that warning. The Mother of Dreams? Lord of Flowers and Oases? She must have had a premonition. That is why she gave that dream to you.
We won't let our efforts go to waste. But I still don't understand. Why me?
Yes. Why indeed? You weren't the only one injected with God remains, but only in you have her fragments persisted. I suspect it may be because of the firm will you showed in the face of suffering. She was likely assimilated by that will. Of course, this doesn't mean you have to shoulder any extra responsibility. As this young man said, you are who you are, and that will not change. All right, any further questions from the family members of the patient? If not, we should head to the mausoleum of King Deshret.
Let's move out. Time to put our plan into action.
We all hope it'll work. But will we really be able to open Aru? And even if all 7 pillars of King Deshret agree to let us proceed, the scale of the work to follow is daunting, to say the least.
Haven't you handled other big projects before?
I mean, the biggest project I've worked on to date is probably the Palace of Alcazarzaray, I guess? But this is orders of magnitude beyond that. It's a total nightmare.
Look on the bright side. At least this time you're actually here when Sumeru needs you most. You won't have to come asking me for details after the fact.
Mock me all you want. But now that I'm here, things will be resolved far more quickly and smoothly than last time.
Kave's self-doubt disappeared in an instant. Like magic.
Well, this confidence is most gladdening. Now, go and pack your things. We'll head to the mausoleum as soon as you're ready.
Oh, Miss Nicole. I heard you're a very talented sculptor. Is that true?
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't want to blow my own trumpet.
Honestly, even though Kasharawar is best known for its focus on mechanics, plenty of Kasharawar scholars are quite serious about sculpting as a hobby. So if they rate your work, that's enough for us. We just have to take a look.
Who's we?
Myself and a few other scholars. Kashif, Daneshvar, come take a look.
Oh, well, if you insist, I suppose there's no harm in showing you.
Whoa! Where did that come from?
Look at the level of detail. It's so lifelike. The squirrel descends from the heavens like a champion, and the earth trembles beneath its feet. What do you think? Striking, isn't it?
Kave? Kave, come here for a sec. Oh, and Madame Faruzan, didn't you used to study in our darshan? Come take a look.
All right, but hang on a moment. I have to finish reviewing this proposal first.
You called? What is it, youngster?
This squirrel statue. Isn't it cute?
Oh, a squirrel. I wouldn't say cute per se. The realism is what stands out to me. Were you trying to carve a statue of a hero, young lady?
Oh, a hero? I suppose so. Actually, I didn't really have a specific theme in mind. I just started working on it, and this is how it turned out.
I see. Well, do you tend to read novels about heroes in your spare time?
As a matter of fact, I do quite enjoy those. Everyone loves a good tale of daring do, right?
Then perhaps this statue represents the heroic tale you long to see deep down inside. Also on the subject of heroism, I feel that if the subject posed with a finger raised towards the heavens, it would lend a greater gravitas to the overall image. I'm sure some would call it cliché or old-fashioned, but not me. I think it would be a perfect fit. It has a certain classical beauty about it. Kave!
Sorry, Madame Faruzan, I'm a little busy right now. Don't wait up for me.
What a pity. That young man has excellent aesthetic tastes. I was hoping to ask him for his opinion.
What a genius idea! Why didn't I think of that? Classical beauty is a great direction to explore. That's it. Once I get back, I'm going to sculpt a heroic squirrel pointing its finger towards the sky.
Precisely. A declaration of victory. You understand my vision. Then place the two statues face to face.
Yes! That's exactly what I was thinking.
It'll be a masterpiece. Miss... I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name.
Just call me Nicole. Madame Faruzan? Was it?
What? Oh, no. That wouldn't be right.
Why ever not? Madam is a state of mind cultivated from within. Anyone may call me Madam if they so desire. My dear Miss Nicole, once we make it through these trying times,
Should we have the pleasure of meeting again, I shall look forward to seeing your new work. In this day of age, it's rare to find people with an appreciation for classical aesthetics. Meeting you was truly a pleasant surprise.
Honestly, I feel the same way. It's been a long time since I met anyone interested in this style of statue. Clearly, they don't call you Madam for nothing. Also, I have to say, you're a very good judge of character. Because when I think about it, I really am someone who likes stories about heroes. That must be why I've quietly kept watch over generation after generation of them.
Sorry, keeping watch over heroes? What exactly do you do for a living?
Oh, never mind that.
Let's not tell Madame Faruzan about Miss Nicole's true identity for now.
Good idea. Let's limit the conversation to aesthetics.
I hope everyone's ready. We'll be arriving at our destination very shortly.
Why, we've not seen so many visitors ever, really. What is this place now, a tourist attraction? Ah, closer inspection reveals many familiar faces. To what do we dusty old fellows owe the honor? Surely you're not just here to chat.
You surmise correctly. We are here to carry out a rather enormous project.
Ho, enormous, you say? How large, then? Larger than the gaping void in our lives? Why, you've even put a smile on Goatee and Crocco's faces. All this activity is making for quite the special day. I know that laugh. Lilipar? What on earth are you doing here?
Oh, this is hilarious. Turns out good things really do come to those who wait. As long as you stay alive long enough. When did you three get locked up in here? And still you act all high and mighty, putting on a show for the younglings. Truly hysterical.
Why, you... Yes, I know. No need to shout. You're right, Lilipar. Goatee, Crocco, and I all have the same problem. But didn't King Deshret seal you away? How did you break free, and how did you get in here?
Who knows? Perhaps you can ask my master one day, should you ever get the chance. Behold, the executioners of old. Some have turned into fragments residing in human bodies, and others are imprisoned eternally, leaving not a single shard behind. It's almost tragic, watching lowly prisoners like you act all self-important. Curiosity gnaws at you, doesn't it? Your interest in the outside world threatens to burst you at the seams.
I'm starting to take a liking to this magic bottle lady.
Time is of the essence. Let's get down to business. We come to you, O three ancient lords, to request your assistance on behalf of the Academia. If we can help you regain your freedom, then please consider lending us your aid. As for precisely what we need your help with, it's a long story. So, to demonstrate our sincerity, we are prepared to first resolve the problems that plague the three of you.
All right, stop arguing, Crocco. And Goatee, don't you start. What's the harm in letting her speak? It's not worth getting so angry about. Forget about her. The 3 questions are the crucial thing here. But do you really have a way to answer them? You once answered the final question, Nefer, but the seal did not open. Unless, with the passage of time, you have found a new answer?
You could say so. When you first asked me what determines truth and falsehood, my answer was a liar's soul. Liars are the best at seeing through the falsehoods of the world. But if you want them to tell you the truth, you have to reach their soul.
I think that makes sense.
I found it quite compelling myself, and I told Nefer so. Unfortunately, it brought us no closer to liberation.
Well, that's simply because it was my answer, not the one King Deshret was looking for.
Can you guess which answer Al-Ahmar wanted then?
Time. And that's not only the answer to the final question, it's the answer to all 3 of them. All things wax and wane with the passage of time. Love and hate eventually fade into nothing. Current affairs are always fraught with conflict and controversy. Only time can distinguish between right and wrong. You once described King Deshret as a proud man. I'd say that the prouder someone is, the more inclined they are to believe that only time is qualified to be their judge.
Time. Well. Indeed. Perhaps in building Aru, our king was in fact attempting to reverse time, to bring love and hate, right and wrong, the rise and fall of all things back to their point of origin. This is the most eventful day I have experienced in a long time. You have my sincere gratitude.
Are those 3 of the 7 pillars?
Turns out the statues were quite faithful to the source.
You 3 seem to be in good spirits.
Prison can help a person grow and learn to cherish what they have. Nevertheless, after everything you've done for me, I sincerely hope you never have to experience it for yourself. Hello, Nefer.
It's good to see you, Thoth, the Ibis King.
Nice. Definitely puts my mind at ease, seeing you 2 getting along so well.
Should we maybe introduce ourselves, or...
Sure. I'm Sethos, the current leader of the Temple of Silence. This is General Mahamatra Sino, and this is the former Spantamat sage, Cyrus. But I'm guessing none of that means a whole lot to you.
Everything is equally new to us, in truth. We've been gone from this mortal world for longer than you can imagine.
Let's hold off on the introductions for now. We can always ask Nefer about you later. It'll give me something to talk about with my chosen disciple.
You're like a helpless parent. Gods and people of yore are not necessarily welcome in today's world. Self-awareness is one of my finest qualities. I thought I ought to share its fruits with you 2.
Is that so? Well, I think we'll take it in stride, just as we did with the 3 questions. Let's not forget, it was my persistence that won you both your freedom.
Fair point. I have to applaud your persistence.
And I must praise you for your wisdom. Now, state your wishes, young ones.
I'm sorry?
Why, your tremendous accomplishments deserve a reward, do they not? You must let us do something for you in return.
General Mahamatra, what do you think?
I won't beat around the bush. Sumeru is facing a crisis the likes of which have never been seen before. And we need your help.
Every calamity throughout the ages has been connected to us in one way or another. whether we were its cause or consequence.
Whatever is wrong with Irminsul, it severely affected the Dendro Archon. She fell into a coma and is currently receiving treatment from the Dendro Dragon.
The Dendro Dragon? I'm sorry, the Dendro Dragon is helping to heal the Dendro Archon?
Not a pep, surely. Not vicious, cruel, a pep who possesses no virtues aside from her basic instincts. Ah, good heavens.
Oh, I shudder to think what could have caused Lesser Lord Kusanali to suffer such a plight. Still, why would the Dendro Dragon lend you her aid? She has always held nothing but contempt for the Archons. I suppose she and Kusanali must have some history.
You can help us make history, too.
Smooth talker. Well said, lad.
Currently, no one can connect to Irminsul. We hope that by opening up Aru and making some modifications to it, we can use its technology to our advantage.
Unfortunately, Aru is an imperfect creation. King Deshret never managed to realize his full vision before his death. Much remains to be done if it is to be pitted against Irminsul itself. Besides, I hear your reasons, but to give Aru up over such would be...
The archaeological records clearly indicate that although Aru's construction took a long time, it was not beyond human means to achieve. Modern technology should solve the efficiency issues. We have no choice but to go all in on this.
This is by no means a threat. But the only reason we helped you escape from Aru was to gain the necessary leverage to negotiate with you. You asked us to state our wishes, and we have. Each one of us here needs your help, as do all the thousands of people living in Sumeru. They need you, and they need Aru.
What do we think, my fellow old fogies? Shall we lend our support or not?
Since you ask so nicely, naturally.
Naturally what? Are you for or against?
I simply mean we shall do what comes naturally. You claim that you wish to open Aru. Know you then that the golden slumber created by King Deshret is preserved within?
We do. We understand the risks involved.
In all likelihood, the mortal world will never again be able to replicate King Deshret's work. Never will there be another chance to come so close to creating a utopia. Knowing this, are you sure of your decision?
We are sure. Before people can dream, they must first live.
If your minds are made up, very well. We shall summon our erstwhile colleagues to discuss this further. Saint Shezepank, Saint Bennu. Once you surrendered to silence and were buried with King Deshret. But now, we invoke the right to awaken you with our voices.
Saint Bennu, responding to your call. 3 kings detected. Initiating autonomous will.
Saint Shezbank, responding to your call. 3 kings detected. Initiating autonomous will.
Ah, Lord Herreshoff. What a long time it has been. I trust you are keeping well.
Then your trust in my well-being has long outlived your physical body. You have always opened with that same phrase, in life, death, and now even beyond.
Al-Akmar is long gone. What is the reason for this meeting?
You're awake? Good. We are voting on whether to give the people of present-day Sumeru access to Aru and permit them to perform technological renovations. You have the right to support or oppose the motion.
Aru is the pride of Al-Ahmar. Opening Aru requires the unanimous consent of the 7 pillars. I hope You have a convincing reason to present to us.
Sumeru is currently in the midst of a major calamity. Let us not forget that while Al-Ahmar was a stern ruler, he was also a teacher of wisdom. A god without his people shall cease to exist, and King Deshret's greatest wish was to provide protection for his people. Let us then honor our God King's wishes as we consider our decision.
I do not mean to mock these proceedings, but what is the point of a unanimous vote when we know that the last of the 7 pillars, the Dendro Dragon Apep, will never communicate with us?
This will no doubt surprise your mechanical mind, and I have no intention of trying to persuade you it is true. But Apep is, in fact, healing the Dendro Archon as we speak.
Huh? Can someone attest to this? Do we have any proof?
I ask the 3 kings. Can any of you vouch for the truth of this claim?
Naturally, the Ibis King, Thoth.
What?
It was Thoth's disciples who revealed the truth to us. We need not debate its veracity. Simply let Thoth bear accountability. That way the rest of us may have a clear conscience.
Harishef, you diabolical fiend!
I awakened our former colleagues for you, supported your opinion, and backed your decision. What sort of fiend would do that?
I miss the days when Hermanubis was still around. At times like this, he would offer to take accountability.
What are you trying to say? Is my word worth less to you than Hermanubis's?
Hypocrite though you are, Lord Thoth, you are humorous in equal measure. How could we bear not to associate with a character such as you? I, Saint Shezpank, approve the Goat King's proposal.
Since King Deshret is no more, we shall receive no reprimand for acting beyond our remit. Nevertheless, I sincerely hope that those before us understand the significance of what they intend to do. Remember, the moment that Aru is liberated, the myriad souls residing within the Golden Slumber will return to the ley lines. And once the ley lines flow again, these souls shall in turn be received by Irminsul. To take this step is to bring the perfect afterlife created by our king to a permanent end.
We understand that well, and we have decided to proceed regardless. Furthermore, the contemporary human perspective would contend that confining souls in this way is no act of benevolence. The deceased have a right to rest in peace.
King Deshret's creation is clearly a place of rest and peace. It is just that many do not see it this way. But no matter. Saint Binu approves.
Hermanubis' representative and the Dendro Dragon Apep made their choice ahead of time, while the Goat King, Ibis King, and Crocodile King have also granted permission to liberate Aru. By the grace of His Majesty, guided by his wisdom and will, let the gates of Aru be reopened.
What's this? Are we under attack? No. Wait, it's...
Here you are. Through the sands of time. I see you.
Father. Father, is it really you?
It's Jet's father, Jibriel! That's right! He entered the Golden Slumber, didn't he?
I smell blood and sand on you. You've grown. Strong as a wild beast, and without shedding a tear.
You have to leave, don't you? Please, just answer me this. What should I do for you?
This meeting is a blessing from the gods. My soul, once imprisoned along with that of Samael, is finally free. I am truly grateful for the chance to see you again. That the dead should meet the living is itself a miracle. One brief, precious moment is enough. Enough to set my heart at ease. Do not weep for me, Jet. I know you will accomplish many great things in your life. You will go further and climb higher than I ever did. All I ask is that you take good care of yourself.
Father! Father! Father.
Hey, Jet. Do you want something to eat? Maybe it'll help you feel better.
I'm fine. Thanks, Paimon. It was just a little sudden. The chance to see my father again meant the world to me. He was trapped in the golden slumber for our sake. And now, after all this time, he can finally rest in peace. I'm glad. It's a huge relief.
You've grown strong, Jet. More than enough to fend for yourself.
Yeah. I'll leave the past in my memory where it belongs. My family, the good times and the bad. Goodbye, Father.
Ah, me, what a touching reunion that was. It seems we did a good deed today.
We three retainers, once imprisoned for our iniquity, are surely the least qualified to judge whether this deed is good or bad. Either way, Aru is open. Now you have your opportunity, and with it, whatever trouble may ensue. Although Aru was created by a god, human craftsmanship was nevertheless required to build the gate that connects it to this world. Perhaps the relationship between gods and humanity follows a similar principle.
As for your proposed renovations, we cannot determine which functions to keep or discard. Proceed as you see fit, but please entrust the task to your most accomplished scholars, or Bennu will be most displeased.
It matters not. The Ibis King shall be accountable if any problems arise. Ibis, you chose to take on disciples, and so it follows that you must accept the risks of associating with humans.
If I'd known you'd be like this, I would have locked all of you away in Aru, never to leave again for all eternity.
All of us? What does this have to do with me?
Vilify me no further. Scholars, since you have liberated Aru, allow me to present you with a gift. Using Aru's power, we shall install a defense mechanism at our king's mausoleum. You must be guarded even against Irminsul itself. This shall afford you some convenience. Unseen and unheard. From this moment forth, none may by sight or hearing perceive anything said or done within the mausoleum.
Amazing. And all this is achieved just with the power of Aru?
With technology from the heavens, the possibilities are endless. Just because King Deshret did not use it for this purpose does not mean that it cannot be done. So, marvel away. This is the reward you have earned.
All right. Well, that resolves the issue of confidentiality. What about the technical side? Do we have the manpower?
Why, yes. I've already contacted them. They'll be here soon.
Wait a minute. That's it? That truly is it?
Ah, fresh air. A wondrous feeling.
Naturally. Ah, I have a sudden urge to stretch my legs. Can anyone recommend a suitable leisure activity?
I might have had some recommendations for you were this the past, but here and now, for someone who has just left prison, there could be no greater joy than simply being outside of it at last.
I could not agree more.
I don't understand. I thought there was gonna be a big ending, a big fight, or something like that.
As I thought. The so-called 7 pillars of King Deshret are as underwhelming as ever.
What do you mean? Not a fan of the boys' club?
As men, as individuals, and even as gods, they are entirely undeserving of my attention. Al-Akhmar once commanded me to select a king from among the people, so naturally my eyes will open only for one who is worthy.
Ugh. Can we talk about something else? It all sounds pretty complicated, and I haven't read that many storybooks.
You think this is a mere story? Well, many would also say that the journey you shared with your father is not but a tale. My life, your life, they are nothing but stories. Little girl, it appears that you really have grown. In the past, you would have flown into a blind rage at my words, but now you are unperturbed.
Oh, it's nothing. I just feel like you're right. Getting all pissed at someone for telling the truth is pointless. It only makes me look petty.
This alone is proof enough of your growth. You're doing well, my dear girl. You're becoming ever stronger. Strong enough to defend the people and things you hold dear.
You think so? I hope you're right.
You must be Sethos, the successor to the Temple of Silence. Hello.
Yep, that's me. Nefer, right? That's what I heard the others calling you. Judging by your outfit, I'm guessing you come from the desert too?
That's right. Started off in the desert, went to the rainforest, then went from there to Nodcry, where I work as an intel broker.
Huh. Well, this is interesting. You don't seem to talk about yourself all that much. Yet here you are, volunteering your life story to me. However abridged.
Maybe I'm looking to make some new friends.
I like making friends too. I'm easier to talk to than Sino and a little more streetwise than Tighnari.
Which is why you came over this way, giving me the chance to strike up a conversation with you.
Was I that obvious?
I think you did fine. You were mindful of my attitude and hoped to lure me in through sentiment.
Lure you in isn't exactly how I'd put it. I see it more as an invitation.
An invitation to what?
To put down your luggage. Lay down your burdens. To return to your homeland. And be truly welcome in the place you once felt so estranged from.
You're a more interesting heir to Bamun than I was expecting.
Since you're familiar with my grandfather, I'll assume you're aware of our situation. I'd like to make friends with you. And I think you'd be a great asset to us. Not to mention the power you and I both hold. Originally belonged to the same organization.
Aha. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere.
My bro is a smooth talker. Too bad he's a 4-star, not a 5-star. It was a shame that what they did to him.
Do you hear that? Sounds like your teacher is scolding mine.
Huh. Classic.
Did you see her? She's a former Vahumana student who dropped out of the academia and went to Nodcry to work as an intel broker. There's more to her than meets the eye.
How can you tell? Do the Matra have information on her?
Some, but nothing telling. I'm basing it on the fact that she seems to be an expert liar. She can fool many with her words.
A sixth sense for liars after investigating so many of them, I take it?
Yep. What about you? What do you make of her?
A little earlier, in the corner, I noticed she gave some supplies to Jet and had her deliver them to the main group.
She's meticulous and highly observant.
Besides, what was it you said? Making it to the top is no easy feat in any profession. Anyone who's at the top of their game has to have some sort of edge over others.
It's true, but she's not the only one at the top of her game. I also am, and so are you.
Sure, but what's to guarantee she won't overhear us talking about her?
Don't worry, I have my methods. Sethos is distracting her.
Ah, I see.
I thought these people were gonna talk, but if I have to read, don't care what to say. Alright, so. Oh, that's just what it is. This is just water. I was like, what the hell is wrong with travelers? Like sweating or something. I just realized that's water. Alright.
You must be the ones tasked by the Academia with renovating Aru?
That's right. Good afternoon. I'm Kaveh, and these two are Termezi and Naisaburi. Hey, I'll hate them. Come and introduce yourself.
We've met before. This is Thoth, the Ibis King, and everyone knows these two. Afternoon, gentlemen.
I've only ever seen these two in murals.
Ah, the paintings in the temple. They show us chatting, playing cards, playing chess. Precisely the activities we most enjoy, funnily enough.
No, only you enjoy playing chess. We were just humoring you.
I wouldn't go that far.
Back to the matter at hand. A preliminary assessment by the Academia indicates that this project requires expertise in various disciplines, including the deciphering of ancient texts, mechanical engineering, the restoration of ancient ruins, and elemental theory. The most capable minds in their respective fields are here before you. If there are no objections, we'd like to begin our work.
The artisans who built Aru for Al-Ahmar gave their very lives to create this splendid work. Follow their example by giving your utmost devotion to this project.
I didn't know that. We'll do our best, of course, but we certainly won't be sacrificing our lives.
Such brazen words. Humans these days are a far cry from their ancestors. What little respect you show for King Deshret.
No, that's not what he meant. Please, don't mind him. He shares your sentiments, just not your, penchant for hyperbole. Assuming that's what you were going for?
I just think it's important to manage expectations.
Forgive my lack of courtesy, but we simply can't sacrifice our lives to the gods on completion of the project like people in the legends of old. Here's a first draft of the project proposal for your perusal. Please let us know if you have any requests. Normally, I'd have made it look a lot more visually appealing, but we were really pressed for time on this occasion. I hope you'll forgive me if it's a little rough around the edges.
Naturally.
If my fellow ministers deem this meager display of respect sufficient, I suppose I can consider agreeing to their proposal.
Why are you so preoccupied with the ostentatious displays of respect to Al-Ahmar? We should be trying to make things easy for them. You never know. We might have to rely on these young people to look after us in our old age.
Exactly.
This is Aru's mainframe. Be reminded to use it with great caution.
We certainly will. Thank you for your assistance.
You may attempt to lay out punishment should you so desire, though I'm afraid it would be futile. You and I both know that certain components of Aru can only be operated by humans.
King Deshret always believed in humanity. Still, the reason that Aru's modules are designed that way is not so much because he trusted them, but more because he was wary of you.
Is that true? No wonder human artisans helped to build Aru then. He actually required human assistance to create his greatest work.
Naturally.
Have you noticed that the Goat King keeps giving superficial responses? It's like he's just going through the motions and leaving the real debate to his colleagues.
He understands the art of perfunctory speech. That's what earned him his position as the Minister of Ministers. It seems the rumors about King Deshret being a poor judge of character are baseless after all.
Excuse me for being blunt, but it sounds suspiciously like you're putting yourself on a pedestal and mocking me.
You're mistaken. And while there's nothing strictly wrong with making every conversation about yourself, it's not exactly a positive tendency either.
You? Whatever. I knew it'd be like this working with you. All right, let me past. I need to look at this console.
It's your job to activate it after all. Let's begin. Everyone, please proceed with the external checks and preparations as per the procedures outlined in the engineering plan.
The interaction with Al-Haytham and Kabe is freaking funny.
Hello there, youngsters.
Whoa, the Ibis King came to life.
What do you mean, came to life? I've been alive the whole time.
You did say we could start our research, right? Are you having second thoughts now?
I've reviewed the proposal. The work you're planning to carry out on this grand device is ambitious in its scope. You have ample confidence in your abilities, I take it?
I wouldn't say I'm feeling hugely confident, but given how bad things are, I'd rather at least try something than sit around waiting to die.
You are the top scholars of your day. I trust you are aware that there are countless links between Aru and the Akasha?
Aru and the Akasha? But I thought the Akasha was the Academia's greatest technological accomplishment, created years ago by the Dendro Archon to help her people access knowledge.
And you too? Do you not know either?
You've read the instruction manual, right? You tell them.
An instruction manual? The Akasha has an instruction manual? The Dendro Archon is a kind and thoughtful god indeed.
It used to sit on a shelf in the corner at the House of Dana. Not the most popular read. If the manual is to be believed, Aru was in fact the original inspiration for the Akasha system.
What? But there are so few records about Aru anywhere. And practically none of these scientific expeditions into the desert had anything to do with it.
Ah, but this is something you could not possibly have known. You may have heard many stories about the desert, but what is the most important aspect of history? Consider this a quiz. Anyone from Vahumana present?
I'm from Vahumana. It's, well, veracity.
Precisely. And a large part of veracity is the chronological order in which events occur. I may as well tell you. In the beginning, Nabu Malikata, the goddess of flowers, descended upon Sumeru. The glory of the heaven was within her. She brought life, oases, and knowledge to this land. Then she created the Jinn, enlightened them, and ordered them to serve her. 2 other gods also walked upon this land where wisdom flowed in abundance, and the 3 met beneath the great green trees. It was the first and greatest alliance.
We should speak with reverence of this covenant between the three, which transcended both time and life. For they promised that in Sumeru, wisdom would be shared with all. All the great changes in Sumeru's history began with the goddess of flowers. For King Deshret's sake, she pried into the secrets of Celestia, and for this was burned to ashes by the flames of wrath. So grieved was King Deshret by her passing that he lost all interest in state affairs and devoted himself instead to the knowledge that she had brought back. It was after learning of the technology from that floating island in the sky that he first conceived of Aru. And so, the Akasha was inspired by Aru, while the basis for Aru itself came from Celestia's technology.
Well, if the two share a common technological origin, then connecting one system to the other is an entirely feasible idea.
Unbelievable. Have you no reverence at all for celestial technology?
No, I do, but there's no time for that. The schedule is too tight. Blame it on the deadline.
Perhaps you could try coming up with our cutoff dates.
You know what it's like having to turn around 5 different drafts in one day? I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
Yeah, also, Sir Ibis, King, you don't plan on getting directly involved at all, do you?
Yes, well, you strike us more as having come to give a popular science lecture. Or, wait, does this count as more of a first-hand witness statement?
Neither. Anyway, this sounds like far too much work for me.
Still, if Aru is so powerful, why didn't King Deshret use it for more ambitious ends?
Because it was never fully completed. King Deshret had grand plans, but he perished before they could come to fruition. In the beginning, his wish was to create something that could rival the very world itself. The Lord of Flowers sacrificed everything for that ambition. What he desired, she bestowed, and thus was knowledge brought into the world. Her courage and sacrifice had to be honored with the most splendid of monuments, or King Deshret would surely have deemed it a grave injustice. And that monument, built from knowledge and technology, etched with a sacrificial and courageous love, even in its unfinished form, it deserves to be treasured. At that time, King Deshret said the following to the Lord of Dendro. Since we share an eternal covenant, I shall never be your enemy. Hence, the fruit of wisdom from the heavens is not to be devoured. Remember, it is not that I lack the power to become the enemy of wisdom. Yet you and she have taught me much and shown me kindness. For this, I cherish you both. In the end, Aru was only used to store a portion of the souls. It was but a primitive form of the masterwork the king had envisaged. His final hope for Aru was to return to the past, when she yet lived.
So the point you're making is, King Deshret was both powerful and ambitious, and he only ceased his imperious ways out of affection for the Goddess of Flowers and the Dendro Archon. You could see this as an act of mercy, but you could also see it as the sentiments that lay between these three gods placing constraints on him. This was, after all, the foundation of the alliance between them.
This explains why Aru was both a prison and a monument, and why the answer to the 3 questions was time.
You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all manner of misfortune. This is as true for gods as it is for humans. Love is the same. It is both a prison and a monument. All right, let us pause the story here for now. Seeing as you've been so diligent, I'll offer a little help. Who's in charge again? Is it you two?
Ah, yes, me and him.
Now then, close your eyes. Wisdom hides in the space between the tangible and the intangible. It is to convey the incommunicable through the simplest of mediums. By the power of King Deshret, I shall grant you a glimpse into the unseen secrets that lie at the threshold of existence.
Where did this come from? Is it a new mechanism?
It looks more like some form of externalized information. You've rendered it visible?
Just as the Akasha allows you to access a greater range of knowledge, the power of our king permits one to perceive ingenuities that do not belong to this world. This is no ordinary mechanism. It reflects the internal structure of Aru. Whether you choose to increase or decrease, keep or discard. Come, use these to achieve the outcome you desire.
Looks mechanical to me. Better let me handle it, just in case. But wait, how do I get up there?
Turn around.
So that's where the elevator is!
Alright, guys, I'm gonna leave it right here. This has been an amazing story, but damn, it's long. I thought I was gonna finish it today, but I won't be able to do that. So, let's just finish right here and then continue tomorrow the story, right? So, thank you for watching. Please remember the most important part. I am being y no miren a quién. And take care of each other. Peace and chicken grease. Bye, guys. Subscribe for more content and stay tuned for the next stream. See ya. Bye.